A storm unleashing up to 35 centimeters of rain in 24 hours has battered the Iberian Peninsula, forcing thousands of people in southern Spain from their homes, shutting schools and canceling trains. Spanish weather agency AEMET placed parts of the southern region of Andalusia under the highest red alert for the torrential rain dumped by Storm Leonardo. An extraordinary amount of rain was falling in a region where the ground is very saturated and riverbeds are already carrying a lot of water from recent precipitation, AEMET spokesman Ruben Del Campo said. The mayor of the nearby city of Ronda, Maria Paz Fernandez, told public broadcaster RTVE that the ground can no longer absorb the constant downpours, speaking of numerous landslides in the surrounding rural areas. Andalusia's top emergency official, Antonio Sanz, told a press conference that the situation was very worrying in the nearby mountainous municipality of Grazalema, where AEMET predicted up to 35 centimeters of rain in 24 hours. Around 3,500 people had been evacuated in Andalusia, where more than 650 incidents were recorded. None of them causing serious damage, Mr. Sanz said, adding that one person was injured in a building collapse. Spanish police published footage of flooded fields and torrents of water that were engulfing buildings and vehicles. Hundreds of soldiers deployed to assist the rescue services, while all Andalusian schools were closed apart from in the region's easternmost province of Almeria.
Recibido, central.
State railway company Renfe announced the cancellation of almost all suburban, regional, and long-distance trains across Andalusia, with no bus replacement services possible due to the state of the roads, dozens of which were closed. Scientists say human-driven climate change is worsening the intensity, frequency, and length of such extreme weather events. In October 2024, Spain suffered its deadliest floods in decades, with more than 230 people killed, mostly in the eastern region of Valencia. In Portugal, emergency services dealt with more than 3,300 incidents since Sunday, mostly due to flooding, falling trees, and landslides, according to the Civil Protection Authority. The service had deployed more than 11,000 people to respond to the emergency, and around 200 residents were evacuated in central Portugal today. In Alcácer do Sal, south of Lisbon, the Sado River had burst its banks and the rising water had submerged the town's main avenue, AFP journalists saw. The Lisbon region and the Algarve in the south were most affected, with the rain and wind predicted to reach peak intensity overnight tonight to tomorrow. Tens of thousands of customers remained cut off from the power grid following last week's Storm Kingston, which killed 5 people and injured hundreds. Spain recorded 119.3 millimeters of rainfall in January, 85% above the 1992 to 2020 average, making it the second wettest January of the 21st century, the Environment Ministry said.
En este caso, la pedanía tebeña de la Huerta de la Cueva. La Huerta de la Cueva es la pedanía justo que tenemos ahí Aquí hay una carretera y un puente de.
The regional government in Spain's southern Andalusia region urged residents to avoid non-essential travel, warning that public safety alerts could quickly escalate to the highest red alert level as the storm evolves, regional leader Juanma Moreno said. In-person classes were suspended across the region, apart from in Almeria province, while Spain's military emergency unit was on alert to provide a rapid response, including flood rescue, the stabilization of landslide-prone areas, and the monitoring of mining tailings ponds at risk of overflow.
Cuidado. Está viniendo cada vez con más fuerza, ¿eh?
Day centers for the elderly and disabled have been closed, and local governments in affected areas were advised to cancel outdoor sports activities, while about 3,000 people have been evacuated from areas most at risk of flooding. High-risk regions include Grazalema, Campo de Gibraltar, Ronda, and parts of Jaén, where residents received mobile alerts warning of the potential for heavy rainfall. Emergency personnel, along with 2 aircraft and 2 helicopters, have been deployed to monitor flood-prone zones and provide real-time updates, Moreno said.
Catastrófico. Bajo agua. Bajo agua. Todo bajo agua. Todo bajo agua. Y subiendo el agua, tío. Bajo agua.
In Portugal, the National Civil Protection Service raised its preparedness to the highest level, as its commander warned of a very complex meteorological situation ahead. The Portuguese armed forces deployed up to 3,000 personnel and 42 inflatable boats, with marine teams along flood-prone sections of the country's major rivers, as weather conditions were forecast to worsen throughout the week. Civil Protection issued warnings to residents in 48 municipalities, saying some areas could receive over 200 liters of rain per square meter. 6 rivers are at maximum red alert and 18 at orange alert, with the Guadiaro River near Malaga already overflowing.